Yay, we're back.
Hey, we are live, and I started coughing right before we started, unlike last week or the week before, where I just started coughing to death once we got started. So, hopefully, we'll be
We're
able to
improving.
survive. We'll be able to survive here. So, all right, we are back again now for what our one, two, three, four, fifth show since the what did they call it? The Overskill games a couple weeks ago, and we decided to get on here whole bunch twice a week between now and Funnel Hacking Live, which comes up in 30 days from now. In case you were counting on
Right up.
what are we looking at here? September 21st. It begins around about 2:30 in the afternoon is when the doors open. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, go to funnelhackinglive.com and get your tickets there. And if you want to join us on these calls where we are talking about things that we're building in OverSkill, Marketing Secrets AI, and of course, ClickFunnels, and anything you're doing with AI that is integrating with any of those three things. If you want to get on this call, just DM me on Facebook. We'll get you on here. We'll take a look at what you got. This isn't about pitching your product. It's about telling us about why did you build it? Who's it for? Do you have any success selling it so far? What did it take you as far as hours and tokens and all that kind of stuff to build these things? Is there anything else on my list? Oh, the last thing is if you are not in Overskill and you want to jump the line, which is about 6,000 or 8,000 people deep right now for the waiting list. If you want to jump that line, all four of us here on the screen should probably have invite codes. So whatever they give us a couple invite codes, we give those out to people. So if you want to get into Overskill right now before it's probably publicly released in September or October, I have no idea when. If you want to get in there now, just hit us up and we'll get you one of our invite codes and you can jump the line. So Madison, was there anything else we need to talk about before we jump into our two contestants for the day?
Just .com, get your tickets, or go to Ticketmaster. I imagine there are just a few left at this moment, but I haven't looked, so I'll report back. Well, if it's like, hey, there's one last ticket, so go get your last ticket. But just a few.
And we forgot to mention to our two contestants today that we're changing it up this week. And it's going to be more of a Hunger Games format. So just in case you didn't know that, well, now you do. They didn't know what the Hunger Games were until they got into the game themselves.
Be in your favor.
You what?
May the odds forever be in your favor.
There you go. So let's go to Erin first, seeing that she's been on my list forever. She was one of the runners up in the contest when they had it 2 weeks ago. Dave, did you get on that list? Were you one of the runner-ups too?
No. I participated in the first one, but not the second one. We were,
you were there for the live
head down event. Working on the apps. Yeah.
Okay, you were there. So there was a live event, probably about a month or something before they did the Overskill games. So they had a live event up in Boise, and just one night they just said, hey, for the next 12, 15 hours, whatever it was, we're all going to build apps on Overskill. And so everybody went crazy. They started building apps on Overskill. And then in the end, they gave away $10,000 to
Sarah Aldred.
Sarah Allred. They gave her $10,000. And we're going to have her on in like 2 weeks. And I'm also trying to get Amy on, who won the Overskill games. So Amy, if you happen to be watching, I have no idea what your last name is, and nobody else seems to either. So I'd love to have you on the same show with Sarah, and you guys could talk about what you're doing with all the billions and billions of dollars that Russell bestowed upon you. So,
and actually, Sarah won $10,020 is what she won because there's a accounting error that gave her an extra $20.
Should have bonus. Russell slipped in an extra 20. Felt sorry for her.
Did you grab the order bump on the funnel? So yeah.
Yeah. So so we're trying to get those on the show. Oh, and I don't know if Madison knows this, but next week, Friday, we're going to have Winter Jones and Susan Leonardson both on here next Friday. So we're going to have them both on here, and I'm looking to see if anybody over at HQ in Georgia wants to jump on here. They can definitely join us as well. So with all of our announcements out of the way, let's go to Erin. And Erin, what'd you build? Why'd you build it? How's it working out so far? What do you got?
So yeah, I built during the OverSkill games, I built a lead magnet app for doodle dog owners, and it goes through and asks a bunch of questions, and then it helps them see how they can incorporate different things into their life to help them organize all of their information for their pet.
Okay, so let's just back up here. First off, share your screen while I'm talking. What she said there was doodle dog owners. Now, when I first saw her app, and then when she first started talking about it, I thought she had created some sort of software to draw doodles with or something, not realizing that she meant like labradoodles. What else? There's all kinds of different
golden doodles, doodle doodles,
corgi doodles, chihuahua
husky doodles.
I don't know. Anything you can combine a poodle with is a doodle. So now you know what it is. And they are cute, fluffy little dogs, just like she's got pictured there on the screen.
Yep. So, yeah.
Hard to keep clean is my understanding.
Yes. So they do take regular, about every 4 weeks. That's one of them in the background.
Yep.
About every 4 weeks, they need a haircut. 4 to 5 weeks, they need a haircut. And so this app takes them through about 15 questions and over 6 different areas of doodle care. And then they get a doodle care snapshot at the end of it, and then a 7-day plan and their next 3 steps that they can do. And it covers grooming, health routines, enrichment, readiness, and life stage preparedness.
Okay, so click on the start my free checkup. So that takes them to a questionnaire of some sort. Okay, so you got your doodle's name there. You got the breed or the mix. So what's some? Oh yeah, cockapoo of course is on there. We had one of those when I was a kid.
All on there.
Well, they got everything. So you can pretty much breed one of these poodles with just about anything. Gotcha.
Yeah, so all the different poodle mixes that I could find on the internet, I put in this. So
okay. So do you have Australian Labradoodles?
I do. I actually raise them.
Okay.
And that's kind of the backstory of why I created it.
So so Madison knows where she's getting her Australian. That's whatever it was.
I have a miniature Australian Shepherd and a toy Australian Shepherd. So
okay, cool.
Well, now you're going to have an Australian Doodle as well.
Yes.
I didn't see Snickerdoodle on the list.
You didn't see Snickerdoodle? No. They were all eaten already.
Yeah. Let me go through these really quick. I'm just going to hit some things. I'm not going to take time to read it really good, but I'm just going to.
So you got 10, 12 questions here. You run people through, and then let's see what they get at the end. Now, I think already, so the contest was on Wednesday into Thursday, I think. And then Friday is when they were talking to the winners, and they had a bunch of the runner-ups on there. And didn't you say at that time that you had already put it out there and gotten a bunch of people to opt in?
Yeah, so at that time I had, I think, 20 people that opted in, and now I have 29 people. And those are people that aren't the test people, like people from the OverSkill games. They're like people that I know, like that have actual doodles that I know from my community.
Yeah, so this wasn't just the rest of us playing around with your app and gave you 30. These are 30 real leads you got.
Yeah.
Okay. And you haven't been running ads to this. You haven't been, you dropped it onto social media or something. And some people.
Yeah, and I haven't even put it back out there since the OverSkill games was the last time I put it out there. Because I've been working on a paid app. So I haven't had a chance to really.
You did have almost 300. You did have almost 300 people like your app before the official voting even happened.
Yeah. I have a really great community and support system. with all of our puppy buyers in the past, and so we reached out to some of them individually through text, and then we put it on I put it on my social too. And then so I was kind of like going through this really quick. So it'll give them a score, and then what needs attention, and then 3 highest priority next steps, and then a 7-day personalized plan. And then it talks about my doodle life, and this is where it goes to my paid app. And that is what I'm working on right now, and I'll be launching that in a week and a half. But I haven't like connected it or anything yet. But I'm originally built it before OverSkill came out, so I'm actually rebuilding it in OverSkill, and I'm almost finished rebuilding it. So actually, I built it in something else to begin with. But this particular app, the Lead Magnet app, took 13,000 credits. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so share. Yeah, I was going to say. So you just said you got 13,000 credits. So when you originally built this, that's all it took was 13,000 credits.
Yeah, I built the Lead Magnet app. I didn't even have the idea for it for the OverSkill games. I was actually trying to do something else for OverSkill games, and it completely, I couldn't work it right. So I regrouped, and I was like, well, what's something else that I need for my business anyways? And so I already had the paid app built on a different platform. And I was like, well, Lead Magnet, I need that for my business anyways. So I just said, well, I'll do a Lead Magnet app for the OverSkill games. And that's what I decided to do. And when I built it, it took 13,000 credits.
Okay, so we always say on here that it's basically essentially $5 per credit. I'm sorry, $5 per 1,000 credits. Not the other would be very expensive. So 5 times 13 is what, $65. So essentially, it costs $65 to build this application. And you got 30 people already signed up. In the past, what would it have taken you to get 30 people to sign up? Would you had to be doing advertising? I mean, how would you have done it, and how much would it have cost versus $65?
It would have taken a lot more. I've never done paid ads before, so I normally just do organic content, and it would have taken a lot longer in time-wise to get 30 leads than just building this really quickly for $65. And it only took like an hour to build. Once I had the idea of start to finish,
that ain't bad. Some people spent 24 hours building it and spent a lot more credits than that. But now on the back end here, obviously you said you're raising and selling these puppies, but what maybe you said it when I was doing something else here. What is your back end product? Do you have something that you're selling on the back end of this?
Yeah, so the awareness that the app brings, everything, the Doodle Care snapshot and everything that it gives you a plan for, the paid app helps them implement the plan.
Okay, and how much are you going to charge for the paid app?
For founder's price is going to be $100 for annual, and I'm doing just an annual plan at the very beginning. And I have very specific because I'm trying to measure some things, and then after Funnel Hacking Live, I'm going to build out the full funnel and some order bumps and 2 OTOs, and then have a paid annual version and a monthly version at that point.
Okay, and you said you were building a paid app right now. Is the paid app is the one that you're going to be selling these people?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and about how much do you have for credits into that one already?
Right now, 83,000, and I am almost at the end of it.
Okay, so let's say it's 100,000. So that's 100 times 5 is $500. So you sell this to basically 6 people, and you're just getting started.
Yep.
So Debbie Downer's going to come in here, and hopefully you've already thought about this, but are you using in-app purchases through Apple and Google for the payments on your paid app? Or are you going to run those through a funnel?
Through ClickFunnels.
They won't allow it.
Oh.
Well, wait a second. This isn't a mobile app. These are all desktop apps.
No, that's what she's built. You're building a mobile app for your paid version, correct?
Yeah, I'm just going to do PWA.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the app, if you run it through the app store, it's like its own independent mobile app. And this has been a big fight. And this is the thing is like the only thing you can kind of get away with is this is how I would structure it anyway, right? Sell a membership, right? Sell a course and give away the app for free for course members. Because that way you're going to get around that. Otherwise, Apple and Google are going to take between 15 and 30% of your payment charge. The only way you can get around that is if it truly is a consultation app. Because I just fought for a client because Apple was giving us the same runaround saying, no, you have to use in-app purchases. And I'm like, no, this is like they're charging for a face-to-face over Zoom consultation, that's the only caveat that they actually allow you to use something like Stripe or an outside payment method.
Okay. That's good to know.
Okay, but so I got to figure out something here because OverSkill, as of right now, does not build Apple Store type apps.
She built it in a different platform.
Oh, you did not build it?
Did it before the OverSkill game.
Yeah, before the OverSkill game, the paid version, but I rebuilt the paid app in OverSkill, and that's what I'm going to be launching.
Okay, so then again she can't put that in either store. She can't put that in the mobile stores if she rebuilt it in OverSkill, at least as of right now. Are they going to be able to find a way around that? I don't know, because they're saying, 3-6 months or something just to get a review on an app these days to go into the store?
No.
That's what I think they said. Whether that's true or not, that may not be true.
No, I mean you're a solid it's not as hard. It's not easy. As somebody who had a client that took 3 months, but that was kind of like outside scenarios that happened with. They had an issue with their billing address on their registration versus their Apple registration. But no, it's a couple weeks.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we looked at enough here. We're about to move to Dave, but before that, I just want to let everybody know I dropped into the ClickFunnels group. In there, I put in a link to Funnel Hacking Live. I hope I got the right link in there. Also to the every week they're doing live trainings on OverSkill. If you go to live.overskill.app, you can get, I don't know if they have a waiting list or a list to notify you, but it'll tell you on there when the next one's coming up. So you go there, and then I also put in 2 links from the OverSkill games in there as well. And there was a 4th thing I was going to say, and I don't recall what it. And Greg Dakins just told me that he's going to join us next Tuesday. Greg Dakins runs the Funnel Builder certification program, and so he's going to join us next. So we have star-packed shows all next week. I mean, the paparazzi, the write-ups, we're going to be on the cover of Time. It's just incredible.
And one last thing, Aaron, is I would suggest getting in contact with Tara Tang. So Tara is a dog groomer out of Canada, and she has tons of connections for dog groomers because that could be a really cool thing you integrate in and allow them to almost be like affiliates for it. But she also has a really cool nozzle that you might be beneficial for you to sell as an affiliate product. So
okay, cool.
Tara Tang.
I actually plan to, when I do the full funnel after Funnel Hacking Live, I'm actually going to launch it with affiliates.
Well, and one of the things now that you just bring that up, Madison, made me think of it. And it was is actually one of the apps that Russell built and gave to us during the games.
Yep.
I forget what it's called, but it was exactly that. It was basically an affiliate type of an app. So you have a product like this, you are clearly attracting dog people, especially dogs who are very hairy. And so there are certain products that go right along with this. And so you start affiliating for those things, selling it on Amazon. And the one thing Russell said, and Dan Kennedy's got a great story about this, but
Body Evolution was Rowdy's. Russell's.
Rowdy's. It was Rowdy's. It was her dogs.
Rowdy Brunson.
You sell something on Amazon. So you sell dog grooming something or another on your site. People go to Amazon, they buy it there. Well, anything else they buy during that session, and I think for a certain period of time
24 hours.
Yeah. Is it just 24 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
Anything they buy in the next 24 hours, you get a commission on.
Yeah.
So they go there and they buy this hair grooming thing for their dog, and then they go and they buy themselves a sauna for $50,000. You get a spiff on the sauna as well.
Yep. So
it's a pretty slick thing, and Russell gave it to us, and it's probably included in one of the links. I think if you go to the live.overskill.app link, I think it's at the bottom of that page. Yeah, right there. It's Body Evolution. I'm looking at it right there. So, yeah. So we just kind of tied a nice bow around that one, because that's as soon as I saw Russell do that, and I've heard of it before and just never dawned on me. As soon as I saw that, I walked in by my wife and I says, hey, I think I found the next job for you. I think because she's trying to get out of the things she's doing. And I was just like, I think we just found your next thing, because she's like big in the shopping stuff. So, so enough of that. Dave has been quietly sitting over there with all the huge trophies above his head. Look at this man here. I will tell everyone here, Dave is the only diamond certified funnel builder in our community. So congratulations to Dave right there, meaning he sold over $1 million in funnel building services. So he might
Jason Berry has to be close, right?
Who?
Jason Berry?
I have no idea. Could be.
I think he is.
Okay.
We know Jason for sure.
Yeah.
Apparently.
All right, Dave, what do you got for us? You built a couple of apps, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. But the big mother load was the howardberglearningsecrets.com app.
Okay,
and
that's
that
right.
one is an app for people that need to stay on top of their learning, entrepreneurs, business owners, students. And we're working with Howard Berg, the world's fastest reader. And this is literally taking all of his products and putting them into one central, all-consuming app and communities. So this is actually like a double linchpin, I call it, that we built here. That it has two groups that are our continuity offer, and then the selling all the apps and everything, and it has some cross selling in there. So it was a monster.
No, you've been working. So anybody who doesn't know who Howard Berg is, he's done a whole lot of stuff. He's been on. He's an older guy. He's been on TV for years, hasn't he? And he started selling like
he's been doing this for
20, 30
years
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And during the Obamacare thing, when that passed, they bring him on to like CNBC or something and have him read the entire document that's like this tall, and he read like the entire thing in an hour. And then they asked him
1,500 pages in 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And he has total recall.
He was the only one that knew that was in it. What was in it?
Well, probably. I met one other man one time who had that ability, and he said he finished law school in like a matter of 2 weeks. So the painted ladies that you see up in San Francisco, that row of Victorian houses, he actually, during law school, he bought all those houses and rehabbed all of them and painted them like that at the time, because he had nothing else to do, because he had read all the textbooks in the first week. And it was just like,
it's true that Howard had some students that passed the California bar at 19 years of age. So
Yeah.
like he not only can he do it, but he can teach you how to improve. So that's what was so exciting about working with him. But it's been a long ride.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been working with him?
I have been working on this probably. I didn't realize when I started it was going to be like a going down the yellow brick road. Like
Always is.
there was it started out small. Oh, we'll just sell the quick start program. That's his like double your reading speed in 4-hour program, and it morphed into this. And then we're building things in SAT secrets and student accelerators and learning accelerators for businesses. And next thing I know, we've got like 30 bonuses and the 4 courses, and I had to shine them up and record them, and then all the promotion that goes with it. So it's been a lot. So about 3 years on that, but I've known Howard about 10 years, and it's been Mr. Toad's wild ride. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, and Russell knew him before he did his .com secrets, and then he had Howard come in and read the entire book in 5 minutes and answer questions about it and all that. It's it was pretty cool. But okay, so show us your app. See, show us what you got here, because you said you had a whole bunch of cool stuff you had built into this thing.
All right,
so we're holding you to it. It better be cool.
Share the screen. Is that the one? All right. And let's see here.
So everybody, we're using StreamYard here, and it's like, solving a Rubik's Cube in order to figure out how to go live. After you've done it a couple times,
it's easy. Spill my coffee. Yeah,
you spilled your coffee.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. We'll survive. Sadly.
All right. It's asking for the.
I was going to say, you got a baby now. You should be used to cleaning up messes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
Same with having doodles.
All right, so the question is, are you seeing the screen?
Nope, we just see the StreamYard screen. I do, when I haven't put it up yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Madison's in charge here. We don't see anything.
All right, try it. Go again. All right, share screen.
It's always like we get to this point and I'm like, maybe we should just build StreamYard
not exactly
in OverSkill and make it easier for people. But
so you can see it now. I take it. Wonderful. So this is a tag team between ClickFunnels and OverSkill. Okay. So we built the courses and everything all in ClickFunnels, and then we put the wrapper on them in OverSkill. So what we have here is where if you come to howardberg.com, that's where you go, and it has all the courses here, and it has the communities here that they can check out, and it tells Howard's full story and all of that, what all he's done. So that's this side, but all the courses and all the contacts that have the tags on them then make it show up in OverSkill. So we'll go on to the next one. So then once they buy a product, we send everybody to ClickFunnels to buy the product, the howardberg.com to buy the product. And then when they buy, then they get notice, come here to the app, the OverSkill app. So that this is what they see the first time. And then once they log in for the first time, then they never see that page again. So I'm hoping it does it right. Okay. Live demos is always interesting.
Okay, so let's just back up here. So you guys are doing some sort of advertising out here. You send them over to ClickFunnels. They buy a course or a book or whatever he's got. Then you're sending them from ClickFunnels into the app.
So we're sending them over to the howardberglearningsecrets.com to log in, and then all the products that they bought are in here. So now this has all the communities.
I see the courses there in the top left on the sidebar, from the courses there, if they click on that, does that take them back into a ClickFunnels course? Because I think that's where you had created them, correct?
No, it takes them right here. So then I'm an admin, so I see everything. And
Right.
so if they say, okay, if I don't have this and I click on it, it opens up the funnel in ClickFunnels for them to buy. And then by the time they buy it, it pops the tags on them and it shows up in their Howard Berg Learning Secrets app. So you buy in one place, but I'm trying to make it seamless between the two. So this one takes them. So if you went into the course, let's say we went into the Student Accelerator, because I own it, that I have access to it. If I didn't own it, it would not let me in here. That's what we got. So then they just close that and they're back in here.
Now, Dave, on this here, are you using the internal features of ClickFunnels? So you click, so this is a listing of all the courses. If somebody if somebody's not currently enrolled in the course, are you using the ClickFunnels functionality to send them to the sales page, or are you doing that from inside of the app?
You're doing it from inside the app, and I'll show you that. That's one of the cool features, because now I'm an admin. Like I said, I see everything. So we have a feature called Preview as a Member. So if you click that, it strips my admin ability away, so I can see what other people would see. So we made it so if you don't own the course, that you have the little lock on it and it says you don't have the course yet, find out how to get this course, click here. And when you click here, you go to, this is the ClickFunnels app where you can buy it. So once they buy it here, then it automatically shows up in here and it will turn red or green again. So it should be green by the time they get back.
So in order to do that, are you then connecting through the API to see what enrollments they're receiving then? Is that how you do it? Okay.
So we've got tags on their contact record
because that's one of the things that I'm really trying to convince people of is they're basically looking at OverSkill and just saying, okay, we're just going to throw the baby out with the bathwater and get rid of ClickFunnels. And it's like, no, integrate the two of them together.
Yeah.
There's so many things you can do inside of ClickFunnels, like including, selling, like you said right here. So you're selling all of the courses in ClickFunnels, then you're sending them over the app in order to do whatever all you're going to do in here. But then you're sending them back to ClickFunnels in order to see the course. And
they don't know it. Hopefully they don't know it.
Well, you're going to tell because of color difference. You might want to change the one background to white or to black or something, so there's not such a deep contrast. Or someday I'll teach you how to actually create custom courses inside of ClickFunnels that would match what this looks like. But that's for another day. So between the API and what is known as a single sign-on, you can
JWT token.
Yeah, you get a JWT key for your single sign-on. I'm working on an application to do that automatically for people. So you come in here and you just click on that. Boom, you're automatically signed into ClickFunnels. You go over there, you do your course. You're done with your course. I'm guessing you got some sort of button in there, sends them back in here. And it can be seamless between both of them, ClickFunnels and OverSkill app, or an app you're building anywhere you want to build it.
Yes. And then we have some pieces in here that are built. So we have, we built the events in here, that it pulls up if they're a member of the group. So everything we have is like the Business Achievers group and the Student Achievers group. So two totally different groups. The Business Achievers has a community. It has a resource directory if they want to list their. Well, I'll show you that. So if they subscribe to that, they get tools which is the software side of things. So we have like the speed check where they can test the reading speed. They can like increase the reading speed using the trainer app. All this was built in OverSkill. Memory match. Like you've seen these apps that were to help you boost your memory, where you pick the ones. I should have picked the easy one that makes me look smart.
An old card game from when we were kids.
Yes, it's got flashcards. Like these are all things that Howard goes like will really help you. So it's got all the software, and these show up like I see both, because the business achievers as well as the student achievers. If you were just in student achievers, you'd only see those. The business achievers ones wouldn't be here, so it's less confusing. So it's got that. And let's see, so the business achievers, that is like, here's all the apps that you would get with that. And then it has a community, which we're just kicking off here. So, and we built this in OverSkill. So you have the people will come in here and then do a welcome post and all of that. The resource directory is if you want to be listed, because they're business owners, and I go, let them promote a little bit here. So, and lets them put a little bio, your contact information, and their offer in here. So that's a little bonus for being in the Business Achievers group, because that's a subscription and that's our continuity. The Student Achievers is, I probably shouldn't shut that off. I don't know what it might do, but but it's got, so because of the liability because these kids start about 14 years of age, and I didn't want to attract a bunch of pedophiles and whatnot and have to monitor that. So we did not do a community for them in here. So we have one call with Howard once a month to answer any questions and stuff that they might have, and to help them with their career planning and stuff, and show them how to do the graduate early with college credits and all, like the ninja stuff that he teaches. So that's there. And then we've got a success library. So this is where all the bonuses land in here. And so how to slash the cost of college so you can view it and get it. So that these are like all the bonuses we have in there. It's like air traffic control over LaGuardia trying to keep okay, you get these bonuses with this product, and this would, like, every offer has to be custom done. And so that was there.
I will say, here's the beauty of OverSkill. Like, if you built in Bullet Train, which is what ClickFunnels is built on, you actually have to create all those data models yourself. So you got to think about that there are students, and students have lessons, and then students have tools, and then you have to create all of those yourself. I mean, I love Andrew, but oh man, this is so much easier when OverSkill just creates all the data models for you.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I built courses in the past in 1.0. Yeah, in fact, we can go back to 1.0, where I was building memberships in there, where it was like this, where somebody could have bought product A and it would have come along with, 1, 2, 5, and 7. And then product B was 2, 5, 7, 9. And I had to figure out, writing code myself, how to display all that on the screen. Now you would just say to whatever AI you're working in, hey, do this for me, and it'll figure it out, and you'll have to test it a little bit. But that was one of my questions I had for you, is you have a lot of moving parts in here.
Yes.
How much time have you had to spend testing this versus building it?
When we develop stuff, we're kind of testing as we go. It's hard to put a number on that, because you're almost testing each component, but we are like literally ready to launch and I was going to let the new or the existing members in, give them the free pass, let them kick the tires on it. And I've been through it like one pass, but I mean, it's a substantial amount of time, and you never know like if something you change can do it. But I think we've got the structure down. I have to give those guys credit that I went to Boise and they gave like the structure. So I know, Susan, Ben, and Todd are really sick of hearing, like we put a substantial amount of time in it, but it's worth it. I mean, he like I want to have a huge impact. I want every kid in America to have this, like to be able to go in there because it helps them that much, and every business owner to keep up with their AI. Like, you got so much to learn now, and if you're a little rusty, like this thing will help you to learn and retain and comprehend what at a much faster level, so you can go at least twice as fast. Yeah. So that's
the one thing I would say on this, because again, it is pretty complicated. What you have here is, when you think this is done, I would do what Russell kind of talked about it the other day, about taking one AI and have it, check against the other AI, and everybody I'm listening to is saying exactly the same thing. So you get done with this thing, then you go into like Claude Code or Cowork or whatever. You probably Cowork. I'm not Cowork. Cowork.
Yeah, Cowork.
Yeah. And you say, and you turn on your Fable for your LLM, and you say, okay, go to this website and find me all the security issues, find me all the broken links, just do a complete QA, checklist on this thing, because I'm sure it's got a built-in QA checklist, I would guess, in Fable. And so it'll just go through. Quality assurance is what QA is, and it'll go through and it will check absolutely everything. But you want to run it at a level of something like a Fable, because Fable is the child of Mythos. It's Mythos without the evil part of it, and it'll find any security flaws you have in here.
Oh, that's a great idea to do that. I mean, I have the Claude. I didn't have it connected up because I didn't want to have to take out a second mortgage on that. I mean, it's credits like it's got a crack habit. I'm telling you that.
Well, yeah, if you're running Fable,
you get the max plan. You get the max plan. You just pay one time monthly, and then you use the shit out of it.
But what if you go over your $200 allotment? You're still having to pay for extra there, aren't you?
No. As long you only have a weekly limit on credits and a 5-hour limit. But like the code that I did yesterday would have been about $800 in API tokens. Yeah, and it's so $200 divided by 30.
Were you running Fable on that? It was $800? I mean,
no, Opus 5, but I'm also doing like 6 projects. Just my caveat, like I wouldn't do 6 projects if I had to actually pay for the credits on them. But while I'm at it, like if you got credits you're using that you pay for, if you build one thing or you build 100 things, why am I paying for like different apps? Why don't I just have a Claude Code build them for me?
Well, yeah, no, I would have thought that once you go over your 200, it's going to still nail you for overage on those credits. But okay,
only if you go over the usage on time. So yeah, there is caveats to it. Then it will bill you by credits, but as long as you're like, I'll take 30 minutes off and it resets.
Yeah,
I'll go walk the dog.
I do that all the time. I got a thing. I mean, it's built right in, but there's other apps you can get that'll display it on your screen and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. I was like, okay, let's see. I got an hour left before it resets. I can spend a bunch of money, or I can go to the gym. Yep. I can go out, take my dogs out in the backyard, and whatever it looks like. There's always something else you can find to do.
It was a bad Monday. It was bad when I ran out of my weekly credits and they didn't reset till 2 p.m. on a Monday, and I was like, well, I guess I got to clean the house.
Yeah.
Mine said we'll reset at 5:20 a.m. and I'm going, I'm not staying up that late.
Well, and the other thing we were talking about on the last show is in Claude, they're very clear that they have on-peak and off-peak hours. So their on-peak hours are, what was it? 8 a.m. Yeah, 8 a.m. till 2
Eastern.
p.m. 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you can avoid using Claude between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern time, do it, because you're burning 3 to 5x the number of credits as you would otherwise. And all of them have a time frame like that, and on peak and off peak. You just got to figure out what it is depending on what you're using. Just, Google it, or use
Or
Google
ask it.
Yeah, you could ask it, but it might lie to you because it's trying to steal your money from you. So on this app here, though, Dave. So how many credits did you burn on Howard Berg here?
265,449 at the moment.
So 265 is, I don't know, don't make me have to do the math on this one. That was too complicated.
$1,300.
5x 13, yeah, $1,400 something like that. How much would it have cost you to build this? Could you have built this without having AI?
Build anything.
Anything's possible, when we have our agency, but I probably would not have attempted to do it. I mean, just like it's that really is a pretty tiny investment when you really look at the power of what it's doing. And to me, you go, it's not, it's wrapping it all up and corralling this, all of his products and stuff, because they're like all over. And so it just makes it one tight knit thing that you have to keep an eye on. And it was well worth the effort, put it that way. And it helped us organize it.
The other question is how many sales do you have to make this money back? 1, 2, 3?
No, well, we got a lot more. It's more the time that we have in it, but this is one that was a big thing that I wanted to do. So it will take a few sales, but not. I mean, if we get the continuity going, because we're following the linchpin, and if people join this is the one part we haven't really done before, is the groups. And as a membership, but that will pay for itself for probably if we get 100 members or so, it will easily pay for the whole investment, all of that. I mean, we even have like Howard AI in here, where we have an AI Howard to answer questions and things like that. So if the kid is studying late at night,
I think you need a leaderboard. I think you need to give people tokens every time they log in every day, do the daily consistency, do how they score on those games. And then there's eat people's emotions, entice them to stakes. They'll be like, oh man, I'm only 5 points away from beating Dave, and Dave's been at the top for 3 weeks. You get a little trickier when you do that on the student side, but still doable, because you can still keep all the data, compressed and separated.
Well, and think about the old arcade games that had the leaderboards on it. If you just spend $5 in quarters and you see that your buddy is ahead of you on the leaderboard, you're going to go get another $5 in quarters to see if you can beat him. So it just keeps bringing people back. Inside of Marketing Secrets AI, every day that you go back in there, they give you $50 or 50 tokens, credits, whatever. So they're giving you 50 credits every time you log back in. And so
I have not seen how much what it's really going to cost to the AI side with the credits is the one fat question mark I have. Nobody can really tell.
Howard.
They said you got to see what kind of happens. So,
the question is, what in here is using AI?
The Howard AI But this is exactly why I could have built the whole thing in OverSkill, but didn't do it because I wanted the piece to
Yeah, I mean, so basically you're building a second brain in here. So you're building Howard's second brain, and there's all kinds of stuff you can look up online, go to YouTube, put in second brain. Everybody and their brother is building the second brain these days. Marketing Secrets is a second brain. So you could just, so the funnel oracle within Marketing Secrets is Russell's second brain. And so you just build that in here. Now, how much is that going to cost? Probably a lot less than you think.
No, he's talking about
it's already in here, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see, in the software, I think is where it's at.
Yeah, you're talking the tokens people use while asking questions to Howard AI. Yeah.
Right. Yes. So checking with it. So like this is coming out of Marketing Secrets AI, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we built the full, because that helped us write the copy and all of that.
Okay, so wait, this is a coaching bot inside of Marketing Secrets?
Yeah.
Okay, this costs nothing. This costs nothing. You don't get charged credits for this.
Well, that's good news because they told me I do. So if the students are using the coaching bot, then it said it is consuming tokens. So that's why I was going like.
That's new. If that's true, that is new.
Okay. Well, I love to be misinformed when it's in my favor. I'll take it. But I was fully prepared to cover the cost of that.
So. But if it is costing you, I mean, it's easy to figure it out then, because you just go into Marketing Secrets. How many credits do you have? Ask the bot a question. Go back, see how many it used. It'll probably be less than 10. And so you can figure out, okay, how many people, how many people every day are going to be coming in here and asking Howard a question? Wow, 10, 20. I mean, you got to have a lot of bodies in there to have it cost you anything. I'm building some similar kind of stuff. And I asked the AI, what is this going to cost? And it's like, okay, well, you can have 15,000 questions asked here, and that'll cost you a penny. And then it'll be like this. And the numbers were crazy. And I added the whole thing up, and I'm like going, we could have some heavy hitters with 10,000 people in their courses, and it's going to cost me like $50 a day.
Yeah.
Well, you got that many people with that. I'm making a hell of a lot more than $50 a day. And these, we're just like doing outrageous numbers. So it's really cheap to be running these kind of second brains inside of any kind of software.
Well, that's good news. That is, because I didn't know what it was going to be, but I've been in business long enough to know, like, roll it out slowly, like see what you're stepping onto. And I was trying to get everything cleaned up so I wouldn't have to do major construction while I had live members in there, because you never know. But it's been totally fine. I don't think anybody has noticed us tiptoeing around and adding features and things like that. So
no, nobody's going to notice, because there's so many things in there. They're not going to know if you move something. And especially if they're brand new and they're still hunting around for stuff themselves. But yeah, I'd be really curious after the call here, if you just go through here one time, ask it, go check how many credits you got in Marketing Secrets, ask it a question or two, go see if it went down.
10.
Okay.
10. But even one question should go up, because it should be per turn, because this is AI, and so it's going to burn your tokens per turn.
Basically, it's probably going to be on what it responds back, what you ask it, and like the length of what you ask it. So that's how AI tokens work. It's their input tokens and output. Jeez Louise. When I get onto something, it's just like I can't even think about output tokens. And so, but even when you look at it, you look at something like a lower model of ChatGPT, right, or OpenAI. You're looking at like 50 cents. A million input tokens and maybe like $75 to $1.25 a million output tokens. I mean, that's really
well, that's good.
A token, figure a token is a small word or 4 characters. So you got
Yes.
there. This is one of the. So you got 1, 2. So this is one of those. Probably like 4 tokens.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the.
Yeah,
where
it
says
didn't seem
great-
like
great
it
question.
was breaking the bank. I mean, the Marketing Secrets AI app is, I think the tokens go down lower. They don't consume them as fast. So, but yeah, the trying to tie all this together, they're very powerful. Because if you train the brain like on all of Howard's stuff, like that, then it writes all the copy and things like that. So it's like I found it a lot easier to use than like just Claude straight up. That maybe I'm not as experienced in that, but it's been a good ride.
Well, yeah, if you put all of the training into the coaching bot, it's going to be basically like Marketing Secrets is, because Marketing Secrets is essentially a second brain, like I said, or a coaching bot built on Russell's knowledge, whereas this is built on Howard's knowledge. It doesn't have the capabilities that Marketing Secrets has, but once we end this call, I want to circle back on this and tell you a couple things, some stuff behind the scenes on that. And now everybody's like going, "Ooh, what's he going to tell them?" Well, maybe you'll
subscribe.
find out.
Give us
Some other-
$20 and you can join the after calls. No, we're
Yeah,
joking.
exactly. Well, and by the way, I have been thinking about this, Madison. And it's like, we may need to take this show on the road here and, make it so that people can come on and actually ask us questions. But that would, of course, have to be paid program because, come on.
Yeah. We're expensive. You guys can't afford it.
We are definitely worth it. So there you go. But either way, we're at the top of the hour here. Let's wrap this thing up. Let's go home. And so, first off, I want to thank Aaron and Dave for coming here and showing us all the cool stuff they're working on. Want to remind everybody, Funnel Hacking Live is in 30 days. It begins September 21st.
Well, Jonathan wants to know where he can send his $20. We'll send you a private message, Jonathan, so you can jump on the after party.
Well, just keep them coming. It's like $20 a minute. We didn't say how often the $20. We got to get to like the Dave Larson level of funnel builder here.
So we get our diamond certification. It's our only hope. Charge by the minute.
We got to have people just send us money constantly so we can get there. So, but on that, we'll quit goofing around and we'll let y'all go. Any questions? And again, if you want to be on the show, let me know. If you need to get into OverSkill, you need an invite code. Let us know. If you're going to go to Funnel Hacking Live, go to funnelhackinglive.com and get signed up there because I can't help you with that. So, and on that,
he's already tried.
Okay, are we out of here? We're
out.